Plus Size Luxury, and today we have a subscriber request video. She was noticing that I know how to sort of wrap Twillies or mitzvahs or the Fendi Wrappy around my bag handles, and she was just saying, can you do a video on the different techniques and the different styles that you use to dress up your bag? So I'm going to get behind the camera and we're going to get up close, and I'm going to show you the many different ways that I use to style my bags. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching. Hey guys, so these are the two wrappies I have. I have one from FENDACE. Super cute. I think this was the white version if I remember correctly. There was also a pink version of this. And then I have another wrappy. This is from the collection before FENDACE, which I don't remember the name. I thought it was super cute with all the faces on there. And I also love the brown Zuka print on the back. Okay, let's start this with a bang. This is the braided technique that I learned just maybe a week ago. I'm not sure if it shows up well with this particular print or pattern, but I really thought it was unique and I wanted to show you. So you simply start with a woven technique. You can see what I'm doing here. It's sort of like I'm wrapping it around, then under, then over, wrapping around, then under, then over. You have to keep your hand pretty steady so that you're able to see the pleats and that it doesn't ride up too much. This is challenging. It took me a couple goes to get it, but I thought it was really nice. So as we reach the end here, I just tie it into a knot. There's different ways, and then of course you go back and you sort of look at all the spacing, make sure there's no gaps, and pull it around so it looks its best. I try to make sure that the pleat is showing on the side. You can tie it on the top of the handle, but then you can also do another technique where you tie it, you tuck it in and then you tie it underneath, so that gives it a different look. And this is where I'm showing you the other way to tie a knot. And then you sort of just tuck it in there, which I think is really cool. So that's a little bit neater if you wanted to do that way. And I think it also is probably a bit more secure, but there's the braided technique. Okay, so this one is a lot easier. This is just the twist. So we're going to use that same loop that we showed in the last clip. And then we're just going to twist it around the handle, going under and over and under and over as I'm doing here in the video. And you just keep on going until, you know, either halfway or as long as it can go. I decided to just go halfway, but you can stretch it out and tuck it out if you wanted to. And there's just a little knot at the top, and then I decided to just make this little flourish here. And that's it. So this is super easy. This is actually the first thing that I did when I purchased my wrappy, and I just wanted to see how it would look on the bag. So you just tie a knot with that same loop, you tie a bow, and then that's it. So you can make the bow as big or as small as you want. You can double knot it so that it's not as long. There's many ways that you can do this, and I hope you can see it. It was hard to get a good angle for this, but it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we're back at that same loop. We're gonna tie another bow. This one is pretty, I guess it would be medium difficulty. So you make the bow and then you take one end and you see that I'm wrapping around the handle. I'm gonna go halfway with it. And then the hardest part is tucking that end without it looking too bulky. I'll be honest, I was struggling in this video, but I think it turned out okay. Maybe if I spent a little bit more time with it, it would be a bit neater, but you get the gist of it. Anyways, it was at this point where I was just like, this is going to be a super long video, so I think I'm just going to do the wrappy this time, and then another time I'll do maybe my mitzvahs and the other scarves. Okay, so here is another bow, super easy. You just open the flap, you put in the wrappy, and then you tie a bow at the top. And you can flip it around, you can play with the bow, make it bigger or smaller, but I find this pretty simple, and honestly, as I'm using the bag, I don't find that it moves that much, so You can keep it in the center, you can keep the bow to the side, the other side. There's a lot you can do with this, and it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so this is a freestyle round. You know, I was just feeling very inspired. It's something I've never tried before making this video, but I was like, oh, I wonder if I can use both of my wrappies. Looking back at this recorded clip, I'm thinking it's like too much, honestly, but maybe if I had two wrappies of the same style and pattern, this would be something really interesting to do. So I just had the two wrappies. I'm using one to wrap around the handle, one I'm just keeping straight. I use one end to tie a bow, the other end I also wrap around. I couldn't figure out if I should tuck this or, you know, tie another knot at the end, but the key point I just wanted to make and why I included this little clip in here is just play around. Like, I just sat there, I'm actually watching American Dad while I was doing this, and you just play around with it and see like, okay, maybe this works, maybe that works, maybe it needs to be a little bit longer here. See, at the end, instead of tucking it, I thought maybe I could just tie a knot. Do I like that end is super long? Maybe I'll do it again with it a little bit shorter, or tuck it in somewhere else, or tie a triple bow. The possibilities are endless. Just have fun with it. Doing another one off the cuff, so to speak. Again, I think this would be better if I had two matching wrappies, but for now, let's just imagine. So I was just doing the under the flap bow method, this time just directly on the flap, and then I'm doing it again, but putting the bow on either side. Back to our regularly scheduled program. So this is an easy one, half up, half down. I'm just going to start towards the center and wrap it around the handle, and then I'm going to do a knot at the end, a double knot to secure it, and then I just have to move it down so that it's actually directly in the center and that the knot is at the end of the handle. So you can also switch it up, and you can do a bow instead of a knot at the end there, which I thought was really nice. Just play around with it until you get it to your liking, of course. Because I was like, oh, the bow looks a little lackluster, so I was like, let me fluff it up a bit, you know. Okay, this is another easy one. Instead of under the flap, we're actually going to put the wrappy on the body of the bag, and we're just going to tie a knot. Close the flap, and then that's it. I thought this was a pretty cool idea. So you can detach the straps, and then you can also create a wrappy strap instead of just using the regular leather one. So I have the short handle strap, and then I just tied a knot at either end for where the long strap usually goes, and then you can just put that over the shoulder. This is another bow underneath the flap, but I think in the last one I did it at the top of the flap. This is at the center of the flap, so it's really just changing up the position, and you can get a completely different look. So now I was just like, okay, I did a long strap, let me try a short strap version. So I removed the short handle, and then I looped in the wrappy, twisted it, and then tied it at the other end. I think it turned out pretty well. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful for you guys. It was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you got some inspiration. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.